Greetings and welcome to this inaugural 2016 episode of Underground Video Network's Behind the Counter. In this episode we're going to be talking about one of the things we look forward to at the end of every year, so stay tuned. Hi and welcome back to this episode of Underground Video Network's Behind the Counter. We are your hosts. I am Michael Boroff.
I'm Richard Ketterjohn.
This is our first episode of 2016. We hope everybody had a great New Year's and Christmas and Hanukkah, what have you.
All the holidays.
What we like always to start off the new year is by talking about one of the things we always like about ending each year. We're talking about the Doctor Who Christmas special.
And was it special?
Oh man, I gotta tell you, right off the top of my, right from the get-go, I'm going to rate it as my favorite Peter Capaldi as the Doctor episode. All of them. I'm a huge Capaldi. I love Capaldi as the Doctor. I really do, but I'm telling you right now, I feel in my heart of hearts, both of them, count them, that this was my favorite. And I rank it up there very highly in my top 5 of since Eccleston took over the new run of Doctor Who. It definitely makes my top 5 episodes. I loved it. Rich?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The favorite part of mine was when River Song didn't even know who he was. You know,
I love...
She flips out the card, you know, it had all the pictures, and he's like, oh. So he played with it.
Yes, he did. Being able to see, especially when the Doctor enters the TARDIS for the first time, and that was so much fun. I think one of the things that made this episode so great was, I think this was the best of Capaldi's being the Doctor, and this episode really symbolized everything about Doctor Who that we love. It had some scary moments, it had the comedy, there was a little the little sweetness between him and River. It was just...
And even sci-fi.
Oh yes.
On board the ship, the big cruiser.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it had everything.
Yes, it did. It was one of the most well-rounded episodes, and we got a lot of answers. One of the biggest answers that I think that was answered for me was when we first met Dr. Song was in the library, and we saw her sonic screwdriver.
Right.
And I think towards the end of Matt Smith's run, we were still left with questions like, well, wait a minute, where's her sonic screwdriver at? Where's this coming into play at?
Yeah.
You know, we finally got that answer, and it just tickled me so much.
Yeah, because we knew that was in the future after the episode was over, so it was like one of them things. It was cool.
And I'm more than happy that it definitely leads up to the possibility of more adventures.
There's something living in there.
Welcome back. Sorry for the wibbly wobbliness. See, that's what happens when you start talking about Professor River Tongue.
You never know where things will
No, time just goes all wibbly wobbly. No, we got answers to questions, especially where did River Song get the sonic screwdriver that we saw in the library, and it was so nice because at least for me, it definitely opens up the possibilities of being able to see more River Song with Capaldi's Doctor.
Right. And it stretched it, so that's what I love. Yeah, like you said, we'll hopefully get to see more. You know.
With no offense to David and to Matt, I don't know what it was, and I don't fall back on the age thing, not at all. But I felt more chemistry with Capaldi's Doctor and River than I had ever before. There just seemed, maybe it was because they were both more into each other's relationships with each other. You know, we'd gotten to see the future histories.
The flowchart.
The flowchart, yes, which we're definitely going to need a bigger flowchart. But I loved seeing the two of them together, and their chemistry was just infectious.
It just worked. It really did work, you know. And then especially when you saw the Doctor maybe really care about somebody.
Yes.
That whole part was just...
Oh, it was so... There was another reason why it was so good is because we got the heartbreak. Because when River was going on about how, yes, she loves the Doctor, but never did she ever say the Doctor loved her. And there he is right there, and he's just like... My bad. I'm sorry. You know, it was so good. And then God love Alex Kingston. I love her. That moment of realization when she realizes who this man is, and she just turns and like, you can just, oh, you son of a bitch, you know. So yeah, definitely. If you're a Doctor Who fan, waiting is definitely in your forte, because between series and then from the end of the series to the Christmas special, and from the Christmas special to the beginning of the new season, if there's one thing we've learned how to do, it's wait. There was so much talk and pictures were released between the end of the last series and the Christmas special. I think one of the things that we all were kind of wondering about was the sonic trowel. Rich, what did you?
Yeah, I don't know. It was, yeah.
It really did. It was such one of those silly things when you saw, you were like, oh, just stop. But I like the fact that they made it work. You know, I'm an archaeologist,
Yeah.
you know. And, you know, good that they never let us forget that, because I think we kind of forgotten that aspect of her. The last few runs we'd seen of her was her being an archaeologist.
Right, yeah. And they just really never really emphasized the, you know, first episode, this episode. It just, like, tied together. Like her first, because I went back and rewatched the first appearance of her.
Oh, yeah.
So I already saw that before I saw that episode.
Which technically would be the last appearance.
Yeah, so yeah, it's all, like you said, timey-wimey, but
Yeah.
you know, but it just was cool to see that and then see this, so you kind of know what was going to happen. Because, you know, I was sitting there, everybody was saying this was going to tie directly to that or something, you know, there's so much rumors going around.
Yeah. But it definitely for me, to see the two of them together, just the idea that, I liked too kind of how she blew it off, where because it was just like second nature to her when she, you know, he asks her, you know, what do you think? She's like, well, I've only seen your face so far, you know, wink wink nudge nudge. You know, that little River Song, you know, flirtatiousness, and then she mentions, you know, well, how, and he's just like, you know, complicated, and she just okay.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't the writers blowing it off. They didn't need to explain it, because we know that River knows about the Doctor. So when the Doctor says complicated, she's like, okay.
Yep.
It made sense. It made sense for them to have added exposition. Oh, no. It really wasn't needed. They didn't do it. I'm glad they didn't do it.
It was very clean. The whole episode was clean.
Yes,
it was really
it
well
really
written.
was.
You know, there wasn't none of this, who knows what could have happened. No, we know this is what happened
Yes,
now.
and
And it really solved a lot.
And let me go on record as saying, oh, she's so hot. Alex Kingston, in and of herself, but there's something about when she takes on the persona of River Song. I'm sorry, but this with the diamond and she does this number, I was just like, hello, my lady. She's gorgeous, and it was just so much fun. And you know what else it really adds to too is we've seen Capaldi's Doctor make references to the Matt Smith era. You know, like one of the first appearances we've seen with him and what was that lady? Oh, didn't like her too much. Oh yeah, Claire. No, when she's trying to reach the sonic screwdriver and she can't quite reach it, and he mentions that, you know, this is when he really misses Amy. It was nice. It really did. It was a nice nod, you know, to the old series. And just the fact that we have River Song with Capaldi opens up a whole new... It really does. If you think about it, it opens up a lot. Because now that we have River back, we know who her mom and dad is. You know, I'm not saying I expect them, Amy and Rory, to come back. No, but I like knowing that they're acknowledging and embracing that history, and just having River there really does that for me.
It does. I mean, it really, like you said, just it's neat. It ties it up. You know, not neat but it just feels neat. The whole way they put it together.
Right.
And there's been a lot of criticism lately that it's not really fitting right.
Yeah, it didn't have that cohesion that previous series have.
So now I think this is what is needed.
Yes. And definitely, one thing we've always been able to look forward to at the end of the Christmas special is kind of the feel and the tone that we're going to be looking forward to in the seasons to come, months and months and months from now. But we get a feeling for it, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the next season with Capaldi. Maybe with River, maybe not. Nobody knows. It's up in the air.
Hopefully we'll know by July, because that's that's usually when they announce
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yes, but I am definitely. I really think that they've gotten Capaldi's doctor down. I think that the growing pains and the creaking and cracking of the house settling is finally starting to take place, and I loved Capaldi's doctor in this episode, and I look forward to seeing more of that doctor in the months to come. Hey, it's Michael and Richard here again for Underground Video Network's Behind the Counter. We wanted to take this chance to thank Barry Electronics here in Lima, Ohio for letting us shoot again. You may recognize the Grand Home Theater from our previous episodes. We want to thank them again for putting up with us. They've been ever so nice to us, so if you get a chance to, check them out on the internet. I know they have a Facebook page. Just look up Barry Electronics. Thank you very much.